I want to show you why holding the club this way and making this action's helping so many of my golfers, and I think it could really help you too. It can help with strike, it helps with irons and drivers, but I want you to start it with like a medium iron, like an 8 iron, which I've got here. And yes, you might be able to hear that, that's rain. It's shocking here in the UK. So many golfers struggle with getting any kind of width on the backswing, so they're very good at just kind of picking the club up and almost letting it land on to near their shoulder, trail shoulder. And what happens with these actions is it causes what we call a bounce back. So as you kind of rest it on here, it bounces back and away, which often chucks the club over on quite bad paths for lots of golfers. So we need to get you a way of really trying to feel like you're reaching more at the top of the backswing, but I want you to feel it more through your trail arm as well as lead. So, but predominantly trail arm is the one. So my right arm here, for me also, and lots of amateurs, it bends a lot. It bends a lot, and often the trail wrist doesn't bend that much, and that's why we see these kind of buried but quite close backswings, where the pros, you'll see them all out here, and then again that's that bounce back, which we don't want. If we get this reach near at the top, it's much easier to bring the club down on what people call the slot, or on plane, or on path, however you want to call it, but basically allow you to get better club paths. Better club paths lead to better golf shots. So with your 8 iron, simply grab at the top of the club with lead hand, and I want you just to be off the metal with trail. So we're split hand drilling here. Now the idea with this drill is as you turn your shoulders back behind you is to try and keep some separation here between your two elbows. So if I bend trail elbow a lot and then turn, what happens is my elbows get really close together. So they feel like they're actually coming together. Or some golfers, they try and stick it out behind them where we get space, but we get this elbow now kind of stuck back behind us. What we want to do from here is A, it's encouraging this external rotation of trail shoulder, which is great because you can't hold it like this. But B, it's going to encourage you to make a bigger body turn, which requires less of an arm turn, which allows for this bigger stretch. And again, what I can see here from my trail arm is my wrist is bent quite a lot, and my trail arm is not bent very much at all. These are the shapes that you're seeing from world-class players, these reaches, where from amateurs we're seeing kind of these actions where this buries in, even gets stuck way behind them, which is kind of back here. Now think about it, if your arm swing is big, so I really pick my arms up and across my chest and bend them, look at my shoulder turn, doesn't need to be very big at all. So we see this combination from amateurs where they make big arm swings, big bends, not very big shoulder turns, leads to bounce back, leads to weaker shots, learns to, you can't create as much speed because you're not getting your hands actually that far away from your body, and you're not turning your body that much. Again, really compromising strike. What I love about this drill is you can do it at home, you can do it now, in the office, at work, in the living room, in the bedroom, wherever you are watching this newsletter release, and get that reach from you really rotating shoulders. So basically this is kind of just done. You're not really doing much with this, you're just turning it behind you. This simple drill, you can work those feelings into your shots. You're going to be amazed at what happens to direction, and you'll be absolutely amazed what happens to strike. Start it with medium irons, work it up for all clubs. Let me know if it helps. Thanks for subscribing to the newsletter. Can't wait to see you next week. Loads more to come. Get that stretch, get that trail arm under control. Let's get rid of all these bounce back swings, shall we?